open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page is brought to you by Kaufman Lind Injury Attorneys. All right, the boys live to play another day, which will be tonight at 7 against Hawaii, dog.
That's right. Lake Mary gets it done. 6-1. They take out. Who'd they take out?
Staten Island.
That's right. Staten Island. The New York boys took them out 6-1. Did you see our boy DJ Mieses? My God. Final inning. They were ahead 3-1, but he clinched it with a 3-run homer. You want to talk about a rope?
Oh my
Go watch
God.
the highlight of that. He's a big boy now. DJ's a big boy, and he got his body into that stroke and just a line drive out of the park.
I watched that whole game, dog. I was telling Pat, yeah, that was a rip of a home run. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go back and watch the other little kind of big kid running from first to second, and somebody's line drive at him, and he does a Michael Jackson move. And Staten Island misses the ball. You got to watch this play. It's awesome.
Yeah. So Lake Mary advances. They now face, is it Wailuku, Hawaii tonight for a place in the U.S. bracket championship game. Obviously, it's an elimination game. It'll be their third game in as many days. So they need to win. If they don't, they go home. So hopefully they can get it done again tonight. So we shall see.
Do you think the coaches took my advice and used the "you guys don't want to go back to school yet" motivator line, right?
Yeah. Hey, if they did, I think that is a really good motivational tactic.
Right on.
You should be have you ever been a youth league coach?
I coached youth soccer. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did. Hey, Bulldog, I just back in our In the Loop headlines. How about the move by Oklahoma State with NIL?
Hey, you got to do it. Hey, I think it's a pretty smart
You're going to
move.
see every team do this now. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. They're putting the barcodes on the back of their helmets.
QR codes, Taco, on the back of helmets where fans now get a bunch of beer in you and your team's doing great. Hey, I'm going to donate some money to keep this going. Just scan the old QR off the TV.
Pat, it goes back to when my old roommate said, remember, she had the student that actually went to Lake Mary, and he had the barcode as a tattoo on his arm, and she asked him, she said, "What's that?" And he goes, "Sooner or later, I'm just going to pay with this or get paid with it." So I guess he was right.
I think it's going to go to another level. You're right. I think every team's going to steal this idea now, but I think it's going to go to another level. The QR code for Oklahoma State, it goes to the school's NIL fund. I think players are so empowered now, they'll say, no, we're going to put our own QR code on the back of our helmet. It's going to go right into our bank account. I think speaking of college football, so I wrote a column in today's Sentinel saying Billy Napier deserves a fourth. This will be his third year. I said he deserves a fourth year no matter what happens. Oh, Gator fans, they are down on Billy Napier. They're like ripping me left and right. Taco and Lynch. Am I so off base on that? A little bit of patience for Billy Napier? No?
The landscape in the SEC is just, you just look at what you're facing. It doesn't matter what team you are. Even if you're at the top of the heap, there's no cakewalk at all going on. So, yeah.
I think he's improved the roster. Like I wrote in my column, I think he has an 8-win roster, but when you look at it's a 5-win schedule when you look at how tough their schedule is.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But go read the column if you hadn't read it, OrlandoSentinel.com. Brian Flores, former Dolphins head coach, now the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings, he responded yesterday to Tua just lambasting him on the Dan Le Batard show. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. It became the big story in the NFL. Tua called Brian Flores a terrible person, said he beat him down when he was the head coach of the Dolphins, took his confidence away, compared him to Mike McDaniel, and how Mike McDaniel has been such a better coach than Brian Flores. So Brian Flores responded yesterday. Very conciliatory response. Said, listen, I wish Tua the best of luck. I try to grow every day as a coach. I'll use this criticism to grow. So we'll see what happens.
Well, he couldn't come out and beat him down again. I mean, what are you going to do?
Right. And it's not like Brian Flores was terrible with the Dolphins either. He had winning records his final 2 seasons. By the way, Flores was 10-5 in December, January games, which are the most important games on the schedule. In his 3 years with the Dolphins, 10-5. Mike McDaniel's 4-10 in those games.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about this a little more though? For Tua to actually even go as far as he did and hit as hard as he did, I was thinking, man, I bet the experience was far worse than he's even describing. For him to say that about someone who's still in the league coaching right now, you know,
that's true. Yeah,
right. So, Mark Daniels had we talked about this yesterday. Mark Daniels thinks Tua was just waiting to say this.
You think
he wanted to say it, huh?
You think? Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, he wanted to say this. He said it, and it created quite the stir in the National Football League. What else we got in sports today? What's on my list? Just some other NFL news. Oh, by the way, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence will play maybe the entire first half in the preseason finale coming up.
Good. Are you going to have other first rounders in or starters in as well for his offense?
The Jags are, yes.
Okay,
the Jags are. I haven't seen about the Bucs or the Dolphins yet, so we shall see.
Well, everybody holds their breath in the final weekend of preseason, hoping you can emerge unscathed with the starters. So, All right,
by
Mike.
the way, Taka.
Yeah, fantasy talk. What's up?
Got my fantasy draft, my first one coming up on Sunday.
I can give you tips if you need them.
Okay.
Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, he is host of Open Mic on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game weekday mornings on adjacent to us, and he takes time out of his show to join us here on the sports page on JRR, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
That's right. Listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Kaufman every Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m. on FM 96.9 The Game. You can catch extended versions on your favorite streaming platform.
Lynch and Taco are always on demand.
Download their podcast daily on our free iHeartRadio app.
Get it now at WJRR.com.